Bonjour, guys. This is the French guy from Voyage Francaise. Um, Today's upload is going to be very interesting, guys. I've been getting so many questions from individuals who have been asking me why should I get to learn French, and that's a very important question because initially, the ability for you to learn a language or a skill is dependent upon how you want to use it. So there's so many responses I can give to that question, and there's so many advantages that relate to the type of course that someone is planning to do or the type of job that they want to work, the company they're going to work, etc. So for this specific article, guys, I simply want to talk about the advantage of learning French for someone who is immigrating or planning to immigrate to Canada. As you are already, as you may already be aware, French based Canada actually has two main languages that are spoken, which is already English, right? And for anyone who's traveling to Canada, usually they get to write the IELTS exam, whether it's IELTS academic or is the IELTS general exam. But the second part that most people weren't aware of is that they are also able to migrate to Canada whilst using French. And the main advantage of learning French as you're planning to migrate to Canada is that most people are actually capable of going to French-speaking provinces, which is which then allows you to actually have more points during the application process. Uh, if you may already be aware, or if you may know people that have already migrated to Canada, they'll probably tell you that they wrote the IELTS exam. But with French now, the added advantage is that you are also capable of being considered to get your education or to get your job in French-speaking provinces, which is something that most people actually get to avoid because they don't know French. Some people actually don't have the access to French or French teachers, etc. But then the points that someone is able to have on the immigration portals for Canada, the points that they're able to have are actually able to go extremely higher because of them having the French language. So basically, the French test that applies for Canada is the TEF, the Test d'Évaluation du Français, which is the French evaluation test, or the TCF exam, Test de Connaissance du Français, which is the French knowledge test. So basically, these are the French exams that relate to going to Canada and that are acceptable on the Canadian platforms. As you're aware, Voyage Francaise, we mainly focus upon teaching DELF for DELF, which follows the Common European Framework of Reference. So someone might be asking themselves, okay, I have written DELF, but they would like to know what level almost equates them or which level allows them to be ready for the TEF or the TCF exam. Well, that response is if you already have the DELF B2 exam, basically it means that you do have the capacity to write the TEF or the TCF exam and to pass it. For someone that is a lower level, they may struggle a bit more as compared to someone who has B2 level. So if you have B2 level, you're basically safe. So basically, Canada's got several provinces, but the main province, as you can see from the diagram, that has the highest population of people who have French as their first official language is the province of Quebec. Now, Quebec is actually the largest province in Canada. At the same time, it has the highest percentage of people who actually speak French. Now, basically, that means that most people, in a sense, usually do not get to apply to Quebec. Or most people struggle more to go to Quebec basically because of the absence of French. So, for someone who's planning to go to Canada, please be aware that you will definitely have a great advantage in the application process as compared to others because your points on the immigration portals will actually be much higher if you have both the IELTS and the French, because it basically means that whatever type of organization or university you may be applying for, you are probably going to be the first priority to be considered there. So even as you can see from this next image concerning the knowledge of French in Canada, we can actually get to notice that most provinces do not speak French, but definitely you have Quebec as the main province that has French speaking, which is a great advantage in terms of not just in terms of Canada, But actually, in terms of someone that is already in Canada with the French and already maybe applying to go to other French-speaking countries. But I think that will be an upload for another time. My main objective with this upload, guys, is I wanted to share with you the main advantage for someone who is planning to go to Canada and how French can assist them to have more points, which then allows them to be probably accepted more as compared to others who simply have IELTS. But once you have IELTS and as well as a French speaking certificate, that will definitely assist you to go there. So please keep following the pages for Voyage Francaise on our TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook platforms, as well as our new WhatsApp channel. I'm going to share the details, and I'm also going to get to share with you some links that relate to certain organizations that may be seeking French-speaking people within the province of Quebec in Canada. So please stay in touch and keep following our social pages, our social platforms. Au revoir.